Welcome to this weekend's edition of Mox News. I'm Jalen Brown.
And I'm Julia Shafani.
A 22-year-old UTC student passed away early Thursday morning from complications during her recovery from lung transplant surgery. Shelby Glisson had been just admitted to the nursing UTC program when she had put her education on hold to have the double lung transplants during recovery. Glisson developed diabetes and cancer. She relapsed and passed away Thursday morning. Glisson was a part of Sigma Kappa sorority and would be a senior at this time. A memorial will be held next week at Patton Chapel. Stay tuned for Mox News coverage.
To kick off Black History Month, the Multicultural Center partnered with Unique Perceptions to host a fellowship dinner. The event was called Be Your Own Hero. The purpose was to encourage students to overcome their everyday obstacles and become their own hero. A member of Unique Perceptions shares what being her own hero means.
It actually means a lot because it took me a lot to get up here today, but thanks to my up sisters and everything, they believed in me and let me know there's a lot of people out there on campus who have some of the same fears as I do, and so if I can't lead by example, I know I can't lead anybody else.
For more information about Unique Perception, log on to OrgSync account and search Unique Perceptions. Construction is underway to add a new green space to the center of campus. The space will be called Chamberlain Field to honor the stadium that occupied the location for more than a century. It will include an open field for recreational activities and a bonfire pit. A Power C logo on the hill, Danny West says it will unify the center of campus.
Once that project is complete, that interior piece of campus really look nice for a long time and to be a really neat place for students.
The projected completion date is mid-February. Brandon Garrison and Valisa Griffin had to say this about ongoing construction.
It's great to see some new things coming on campus. I think that will attract some prospective students.
Sometimes it can be a nuisance, but I mean, as long as the end project is, got the right idea in mind, I think it's worth it.
This isn't the only construction going on at UTC. Crews recently broke ground on a West Campus housing project, estimated to be finished in June 2018.
There were lots of laughs Thursday night in the UC auditorium when Jesse Campbell got on stage. Campbell was on the most recent season of the show's Last Comic Standing. This was a CAB-sponsored event. For more information on CAB events, visit their website at OrgSync, or you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. All CAB events are free to students.
Dressed students, handshakes, and mini resumes were all present during the week's annual UTC Career Day.
I think what I found that was really beneficial here at the career fair was speaking to a lot of representatives from different companies, more so about like the route that I want to take in life. There's just like two that I'm kind of going towards, and getting their information as to maybe just some advice as to where to go from here.
I'm finding the Marine Corps has been very talkative to me. I've talked to Aztec, I've talked to Mesa, and most of those places typically want someone with a little bit more experience, but I find it important that I make connections now instead of waiting junior and senior year to find those connections. And I'm just looking for an internship right now, so I'm just pretty much putting myself out there and seeing what I can find.
I think anything that we can be a part of in the community is a success. We're investing. We're a company that likes to invest in the community. We like to be seen as someone that really wants to bring people into the organization from all different levels and all different backgrounds. If we can identify some candidates and bring them on board, though, even if it's just one, I really feel like it would be a success.
A lot of them just want to know if we're hiring, and then what parts of a job they could get into. A police officer's job is not always what people think it is. There's so many specialties and certifications and individual tasks that we do. So once you get into the line of work, you find out that there's specialties within it that you want to do. And we've had some that say, I'm a criminal justice major, but I don't know what I want to do. So we've a lot of discussion about what they actually want to do with their degree.
Yes. I've actually interviewed, or one of the candidates or students with UTC came to our booth and let us know that he interviewed with one of the managers at our company a couple weeks ago, and he was wanting to check on the status of that position. So yeah, we have established a relationship with UTC.
For more information on Career Day and other services that are provided by the Career and Student Employment Center, go to utc.edu/career student employment.
The UTC men's basketball team defeated Wofford Thursday night for their 7th straight win. Trey McClain led the team with 21 points and Justin Toyo added 20 points. Come watch your Mocs take on the Furman Paladins Saturday night at 5.
A new fraternity has started their search for founding fathers just in time for IFC Rush Week. We talked to the director of growth for Phi Gamma Delta.
While we are coming in with just an open slate for whoever wants to be involved, whether they know they want to be in a fraternity and they just haven't really found their home yet, or whichever group is right for them, or if they really never consider themselves as a fraternity kind of guy, which I know we were both that way too when we were undergraduates. And they like the idea of being able to come in and start something new. It gives them a chance to kind of put their own spin or their own identity into it. Look us up on our social media stuff. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have our national website, phigam.org. Also, the rest of this week and then next week as well, we're going to have our info tables just in the UC lobby every day from like 10 to 1:30 or so. So just come up, say hi to us, and we have our pamphlets, info cards, event cards, all that stuff that we can give you. And if we get your contact info, we can set up a time to just sit down one-on-one, get some coffee or something like that, and just tell you a little bit more about ourselves and learn a little bit more about you as an individual and what you're kind of looking for and how we could fit that as well.
The smallest freedom fighter came to UTC to talk about her experiences participating in the civil rights movement at 8 years old. Our Jennison Owens has the story.
That was an incredible time during my childhood, growing up in Selma, Alabama. Dr. King was a very special man to me. I met him at a very young age of 8 years old.
I'm Jennison Owens with Mocs News. In 1964, 8-year-old Selma, Alabama resident Cheyenne Webb saw something unusual on her way to school that changed her life forever. She saw a crowd of blacks and whites standing together and decided to follow them instead of going to school. She followed them all the way to Brown Chapel AME Church and there attended her first meeting of the Civil Rights Movement. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. named Cheyenne Webb as the smallest freedom fighter.
Being a child, initially I didn't understand a whole lot, but I must say it didn't take me long. Just being in the midst, you couldn't help but to clearly understand some things even at my age of 8.
Like many others in Selma, Alabama, Webb's parents were fearful to become involved in the movement, but that didn't stop her from participating in the marches. Webb says Dr. King struck a chord with her and inspired her. On March 7, 1965, Webb took part in what is now known as Bloody Sunday. As Alabama state troopers beat and sprayed tear gas on the marchers, civil rights leader Hosea Williams carried Webb to safety. Webb later disobeyed her parents to join the group as the youngest person for the Selma to Montgomery March on March 21, 1965, but was picked up by her family and taken home.
I wanted to fight for my parents, and it really, there was a very special sense of encouragement that was instilled in me at that time to do what I felt was right, and that was to just make those decisions as that child, because I had made up in my mind that I wasn't going to let nobody turn me around, and I became that disobedient child. And that's how I really had become involved on that first march, which was the Bloody Sunday March, the youngest little girl on that bridge. And I had that same sense of determination that the others had who were brave enough to be a part of that.
Webb discussed her experiences at a keynote speech at UTC on January 15th. Today, she is a nationally known author and speaker. She says it's important for young people to educate themselves on what happened in Montgomery, Selma, and Birmingham, and to become a part of the voting process. Stay tuned for more coverage for Mox News. I'm Jennison Owens.
Tennessee State University has won the Andrew Heiskell Award for their innovation in international education. TSU won the special award because of their work towards diversity and international affairs. Tennessee State University now hosts up to 900 international students and have more than 100 students study abroad. The award will be presented at the ceremony in California in March.
That does it for this edition of Mox News. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our videos uploaded throughout the week to YouTube.
We air on UTC's TV channel and Housing Channel 2.1. So tune in and have a great weekend from all of us here at Mox News.